So the moment you hold up a camera, everybody's like, oh, my plant's burnt. I wanted to say something, I forgot. Ah! I passed a couple of people that I wanted to pass because I was feeling very weird and awkward. So I'll put on some. Today we're doing a morning routine video. I'm going to be showing you my morning routine and everything that I do to have a good start for the morning. Obviously, this is subjective because this is how I start my morning, but you can definitely have or get an idea on how to also structure yours to make yours into something better or similar. Okay, so the first thing in every morning routine is always to wake up. That one is the work of my God, my Father, my Lord, and He has done it again. I spent my last night editing the challenge video where I was speaking without filler words. That video opened my eyes to see that I sometimes would just talk mindlessly. Secondly, I always start my morning with some apple cider vinegar drink. I've mentioned this in my video before or in my channel before sometime. Before you take it, make sure that you've done your own research and it is compatible with you. Some people who have tummy issues like ulcer problems, you might need to be careful, you might need to check in. But for me, this is like a wake up drink and also a sort of just something that cleanses my insides, like my gut cleaning. It has good bacteria inside. I drink this every single morning and sometimes at night. But what even made me to start taking it at first was because I heard that it helps people lose weight, and I think it also helped my weight loss journey. But taking it right now because of my skin, I was breaking out really bad and it was just coming out in a certain place on my face. Like it wasn't everywhere. Look, I've been taking this bottle for like 2 months now. I started drinking this bottle September 12th. Today is November 14th. That's 2 months of drinking it. And I was drinking it morning and night. So it lasted me 2 months. So that means if I was drinking it only once a day, maybe it would have lasted for like 4 months. So I was breaking out like a lot, like around this area of my skin. I didn't even know what was going on. And I used to have very horrible breakouts like some years back. That one was quite hormonal and it was really a lot, right? So when I started breaking out again, I was like, I don't really know what's happening. I don't know what the cause of this breakout is. The breakout wasn't really responding to my skincare routine. I used a lot of things. At first, it started off like really tiny dots and then it got bigger. At first, I thought it was like fungal acne or something. So I bought a lot of fungal acne treatment. In fact, I even used a particular shampoo on my face because they said it has this component that heals fungal acne. It kind of helped a little bit, but it didn't really do so much. After a while, I wanted to buy some skincare products and I was just like, I don't know if this thing is working because my money will probably just keep going. Anyways, long story short, I remembered to buy this apple cider vinegar again because I was having a conversation with someone and I showed the person my face. It was really bad. I don't know if I can put it up, but I probably could try. And she was like, oh, why don't you try taking apple cider vinegar? It might be from the inside. And I was like, oh, and I know about apple cider vinegar, so why did my mind not really go there to probably do something to cleanse my inside? So I got it, started taking it, and in a month, the acne started going down. Like it started clearing gradually, and I was so happy. It used to be around this jawline area like this, but now it's clear, even though there are still some dark spots, but it's so much better. And I really thank God for bringing this apple cider thing my way. So this might not really work for you as it works for me or as it worked for me as well, but I'm just sharing my experience of how it works. So yeah, I already shared my disclaimer. Please check through and be sure that you can drink it before you start drinking it, but it has really done some good stuff for me. So cheers to a good morning. I oftentimes sit down on this chair whenever I wake up and I have a really nice window view right in front of me. So I just look at the window and do a little bit of people watching for a while I sip into my drink. It doesn't really have a beautiful taste. It has a very weird sour taste, but I like it. I love it. Things that taste that barely has any taste, I like them. It just has to give me a little bit of tingling sensation. Either it has a good flavor or I just need it to make me feel better or alive, and I'll most likely like it. ASMR. I would have put on my center candle, but I'm about to go for a walk, so I'm going to leave that till I come back. The center candle isn't really a full part of my morning routine, but a lot of times, depending on how I'm feeling that day, I could just decide to turn on the candle and enjoy a really nice aroma therapy that morning. 9:53 a.m., so it's almost 10 a.m. Usually I try to wake up 7 a.m., but a lot of times it doesn't work. Like last night, I was up editing till 3 a.m., so there was no way I could have woken up by 7 a.m. Sometimes it's a bit unpredictable, and I just have to work with every single day the way it presents itself to me. So we're going to go on a walk right now, and I usually try to go for a 30-minute walk. Since I'll be going outside, I'm going to apply sunscreen. Oh my gosh, my sunscreen is almost finishing. Sunscreen is just expensive for no reason. I usually also apply a lip balm. If it's dry and it's also dry outside, it annoys me. So I put on some sunscreen. So I'll put on some what am I saying? Sunscreen. So I'll put on some sunscreen. Okay, maybe it's the on some. I'll put on some sunscreen and I'll use a lip balm. And I also wear a face cap outside because the sun, I just don't want it to disturb me. And also, I do wear shades as well because I just want to have a good morning walk, okay? I'm still getting used to filming outside, to be honest, but I'm going to take you with me on my walk today. Usually, I wouldn't go out with my phone because I just want to observe nature, but today I'll make that exception. The thing now is, I might be a little awkward while filming outside, so you guys should just bear with me. I might not even be looking at the camera, I will just be acting weird. But at the same time, since I'll be wearing a face cap and shades, I might not really worry or care. To be honest, people don't mind their business like in this place. They will always look. And it's almost as if they've never really seen a content creator creating content on this side of the world before. So the moment you hold up a camera, everybody's like, bro, are you okay? This lip balm is completely finished. Whenever I'm on my walks, I do mostly a handful of reflections, and I don't control what comes into my mind. When I mean I don't control what comes into my mind, I mean whatever comes into my mind. If it's a good thought that I would love to have, or if it's something I would actually like to think about, I hold on to it and I'm just thinking about it. But if not, I just take my mind off it and focus on my surroundings and observe more. I enjoy looking at the trees. I enjoy looking at random nature stuff around me. My face cap ready to be worn. I don't know if I want to carry any money outside to buy anything. My wonderful shades. I need new shades. I love the way it makes me feel. I'll spray a little bit of perfume. I feel I want to smell good. Deodorant first of all, because I don't want to walk by someone and kill them with sweaty butts. I don't really wear any shoe. I mainly just wear Crocs. So let's head out. This is my outfit of the day. So I'm going to be talking like this and using front camera to make it seem like I'm on FaceTime with someone. And I think that's like a hack. Usually I use my back camera, but I will be using the front camera for ease. Today is actually quite sunny, but a little gloomy at the same time. I just love the weather, the way it feels. It's not extremely sharp, so my eyes are kind of safe because there are some days that even when I wear shades, I'm literally still struggling with the sun getting through me or getting past my eyes. And I don't know if it's because maybe my shade is probably not as solid as I thought or as I want it to be. Like I really want something very, very, very dark so that it's like obstructing every ray of sunlight, right? I'm just gonna pause because there are a group of people in front of me right now. I passed a couple of people that I wanted to pass because I was feeling very weird and awkward. I wanted to say something, I forgot. Today's walk is most likely going to be like 20 minutes, 15 minutes ish, because most times when I don't feel like doing a very long walk, I would just tell myself that I need to go for a short walk, just 5 minutes. But this is me being awkward outside, okay? I'm doing like I'm talking to my family friend online. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm about to pass another bunch of group of people, and I'm not even going to stop filming because it's not worth it. the camera setting, I don't really have any camera setting, but I actually tried to put in a particular camera setting because the clouds behind me make the lights look different in my. Guys, I just passed a group of people and I kept on talking. Okay. This is so good. This is so good, but it might not happen every time. I kind of dragged my feet to make this video this morning, and now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I'm so sorry that I keep talking about it over and over again, but it's because of that, like the fear that I have, or the anxiety, or the overwhelmingness that I'm just so awkward. Completely forgot what I wanted to say now. I hate losing my train of thoughts. I'm kind of scared before someone tries to jack my phone out of my hands. This is Lagos, bro. You literally just be walking and someone would just be like, hey, and then your phone is like out of your hand from nowhere. And then you're looking at yourself like, what the heck just happened to me? I haven't paused the camera again since that time. Like right now, it just seems very normal for me. Just talk. What am I talking about? People. I'm going to be talking about my routine. This is how our African mothers and fathers always take their pictures. I've missed a couple of walks, to be honest. I haven't walked in like 2, 3 days. So this is a good comeback. Also, one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted something that was going to push me back, that was going to like bring me back on track or make me bounce back again. I just saw some chickens and I want to make a video of it, so I had to turn back and act like I'm going the other way. I love the trees. This festive period, I'm actually planning on doing fireworks. When we were younger, we used to do this thing where when it's December 31st, going into first, we would just like throw knockouts and everyone would just be like, hey, happy new year, happy new year, happy new year. And like it was so much fun. But like as we kept on growing, it started going down. People stopped doing it. It was no longer going on like the way it used to. But somehow you kind of just have to want to relive those moments or relive those traditions or bring them back. Now people will actually think I'm crazy. And I can't believe I am doing this outside. You know what? This is exposure therapy. And I have to do this constantly to get used to it. Sarah brought me cake yesterday. She brought me cake and I've been thinking about it. I had a little last night. I'm going to have more today. Look at that part of the sky. So cute. I've missed this. I don't know why I stopped. I'm back. I cringed so hard out there, bro. I literally used you guys to do my exposure therapy practice. And that's what I always do. I don't like filming outside because it gets awkward like that, but sometimes I just have to not give a... I'm so hot right now, but I had a good walk. I decided to walk a little longer because I thought my walk would be short. It was actually quite short, but I was like, I want to walk longer and make it 30 minutes for real. And I actually walked 30 minutes. And whew, that was quite a morning, huh? Will I do it again? I don't know. Definitely in public, I have to use my front camera because today, it really made me feel like the people did not have their eyes fixed on me for too long. They just looked and removed their eyes because it kind of felt like, okay, maybe she's talking to somebody. And I was like talking, you know, I was doing hand gestures. Okay, that was quite exciting. I enjoyed that. Moving on to the next thing I need to do this morning, which would be to work out. Okay, my girl in me video, I mentioned that I memorized my workouts. So yeah, that's actually true. And I'm mostly working on trying to get abs. So far, I think something is happening. But yeah, that's like my main focus for now. And then maybe later I can focus on other parts of my body, but right now it's just my abs, and then my walking is like cardio. So this morning was so funny. It was way too funny. It was so funny. So for me to work out on this platform, because my room is really small, I would have to shift my chair this way, and then I'll put my mat here. I have this pile of clothes that are clean that I will deal with later. Oh, my plants burnt. I put them in the sun and forgot them. Why am I sucking hard at being a plant mom? I was so good earlier. So I did a whole lot of yapping here and I didn't realize that my microphone battery had died. So I just went on to do the exercise and I came back with a different microphone. We're done with working out and I often feel good after I do it. But before I do it, I always feel like, ugh, I don't want to. I feel so tired. I don't feel like it. That is always the battle that I have in my mind every single day because I know that something is good for me, but I just don't feel like it. And it's so weird sometimes. I'm touching different aspects of my life, physical aspects, which is like walking and working out. And now I'm about to move into journaling, and that is one aspect that touches my mind and my emotions. So, emotionally slash mentally, I am going to be focusing on that and then we'll just move on with the rest of the routine as we keep going. But I'm gonna journal right away. The thing is, I would have loved to shower, but I usually don't shower after my workouts. I just sit down and journal my thoughts. Most of the thoughts that I had while I was walking outside, most of the things that might have come to my mind while I was out there, I feel the need to also write them down and maybe make it a little bit clearer. So that is where journaling comes in. And if I go and shower, I might have an amazing time. I will have an amazing time in the shower, and most likely will just forget everything. But journaling and penning it down just makes me able to come back to it. And if I need to get more clarity in terms of understanding deeper or asking myself more questions to understand what that emotion was or what that feeling was or what that thought was deeper, I can pay reference to it through my journal. But if my journal isn't there, I probably won't be able to do it. So enough of talking, let's journal. Let me quickly set things back in order. Okay, so I think I'll just tell you almost everything I want to write and then I'll go ahead and have my moment and write. Today is 14th of November 2025. So while I'm journaling, a part of my brain is also stimulated by comfort. The scent from my candle will just make everything even so much better. Yeah. So I'm gonna be placing this bad boy here right in front of me. You might not be able to see it, but that's fine. All right. You know what? Maybe after writing, then I'll now read it to you. Yeah, I think that might be better. It's a hot day, so I think it will be a good day to go swimming. But I have to go with my swimming instructor, Ruby. He has been teaching me how to swim and he's been really patient and I'm gradually coming along on that. I can't go alone at the moment because last time I went, I low-key almost drowned. But not really, but like I almost drowned. I'm feeling very confident with myself. I just feel very positive that I know the things or the life that I want, or I'm working for it and it would happen. And I can clearly see how passionate I am towards everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna read my journal to you today. It's a one-time offer. Day 14th of November. So TikTok decided to bless me with my link in bio feature. I opened this app this morning and to my surprise, it was right there and it didn't go away this time. It stayed. Hopefully it doesn't run away again. I feel pretty great today. It's a sunny day and it's definitely a good day to go swimming. That's if my swimming instructor is available. Someone on TikTok said, if someone can achieve the things that you long for, that means that achievement is also well within your own reach. I'm thankful for being able to see and hear so much encouragement from strangers, and I choose to stick to it. The world and media at large carries a lot of bad news and bad PR. And whenever I see or stumble onto some good news, I tend to hold on to it. In a world where everyone normalizes the bad, I choose to stick with the good. That's all. Thank you for coming to my journal moment, and I'm going to leave it open this way on my desk, just so I am blessed with the opportunity every single day to write and put my thoughts down on paper. The next thing I often do is to move into prayer, and I already spent my time with God this morning before I started the video. But for the sake of this video, I think I want to share something with you. Currently reading the book of Samuel from the Old Testament, and I want to share this particular verse, okay? From 1 Samuel chapter 5, verse 1 to 4. After the Philistines, I don't know. After the Philistines captured the Ark of God, they took it from the battleground at Ebenezer to the town of Ashdod. They carried the Ark of God into the temple of Dagon and placed it beside an idol of Dagon. So they took the Ark of God and placed it beside their own idol. And then, but when the citizens of that place went to see it the next morning, Dagon, which was their idol, had fallen with his face to the ground in front of the Ark of the Lord. So they put it up again, but the next morning, the same thing happened. This time, the head of the idol and hands were broken off, and they were lying in the hallway or doorway. So it's a very short verse, but if you read before that particular verse, the Philistines went to attack the Israelites and they won. So now the Israelites literally went to bring the Ark of God to the battlefield because they were like, oh, God's going to fight for us, da 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 da, that kind of thing. So they were like, they're going to win. And then the Philistines also, when they saw or heard that the Israelites had brought the Ark of God to the battleground, they were kind of scared. They were like, they brought their God, da, 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 that they will be defeated. But at the end of the day, the Philistines won. But if you read the whole story in context, you get to see that sometimes God allows things to happen, and sometimes they don't seem reasonable, because it's like, why would Israelites are God's people? Why would God allow the Philistines to attack the Israelites and win? Those were the questions that was just like that kept on coming in my mind. I was like, and I see that God wanted to really show himself in the hands of the Israelites. So if you read further down, you see that a lot of things were happening ever since they brought the Ark of God to their place, and somehow they had to send the Ark of God back to the Israelites at the end of the day. God allows things to happen, and at the end of the day, it's always for his glory. They brought back the Ark of God, and they also brought back some things back to the Israelites, and God used that opportunity to show himself and to show his power in a place where a mere human probably wouldn't have been able to speak or preach to them and they would believe. Now, this one is just me thinking in my normal human thoughts. Anyways, this is just to encourage you that God sees you, he has a plan. And sometimes the things that he lets happen to us can be very tragic. Sometimes we don't even understand it. But at the end of the day, he has a plan. And that's just what I wanted to share with you today. Alright, so basically, I have done almost every single routine that I do in the morning, and the next thing for me would be to shower. And after I shower, then I'll have my skincare routine and I'll have breakfast. And I think that'll be it. I don't know what I'm having for breakfast, but I feel like I might want to have something pretty interesting. But I'm going to take a shower now, and I'll be back for some skincare. Yay! I think I'm going to put off my scented candle right now because so I'm out of the shower. I feel like I'll be forced to rush the remaining parts of this video because my battery is really low and there is no light, and I've exhausted my power bank battery. We're just gonna have a little time doing skincare. I mean, I might not spend so much time talking so much because you guys already watched the Get Ready With Me when I was talking and doing my skincare. If you've not watched it, you should. It's like 2 videos back, and it was an amazing time just reflecting on the year 2025. And I also got to drop in questions for you guys that would also help you think about your own year and reflect on 2025 while you also plan for 2026. So yeah, maybe I should do a little skincare montage.
préfère, il m'a rien dit, mais il m'aime.
Done. All right, that is where, or this is where I'll be wrapping up the video. My battery is literally 5%. Can't believe I'm ending the video because of my battery. I initially planned I was going to end the video after I figure out what I want to eat for breakfast, but I don't think this battery is going to keep me up until that moment. So yeah, my skin is ready and I'm ready to take on the day. I'm so excited that I was able to film this video, and I hope that this inspires you in some way to kind of have a routine from your morning and not just wake up and jump into the rat race of life. I don't have biceps. But yeah, thanks again. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry I have to leave you, but my day has to continue off camera. And I'll see you again in another video very soon. Have fun, be cool, be the best because you are. You already are the best. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.